welcome to my channel. Welcome to today's collective tarot love reading. I have your cards ready. I am going to deep dive and explain in detail by way of the cards what's going on with both you and your person. So let's go. Your crowning card today is the Tower. The Tower pertains to both you and your person. The Tower card is about a foundation is coming away. No longer holding on to one skewed perception of the truth about oneself, the truth about one's reality, and more importantly here, collective, the truth about you. Your person is going through a dark night of the soul, a wake-up call. The Tower. So let's keep going. You're coming in with the Empress, here collective. Now what the Empress card is talking about here, in terms of yourself collective, how your person saw you in the past. This is what it talks about. And what it talks about here collective was your person's perception of the truth. So what does the ideal person have to look like? And it was all about looks when it came to your person here in your reading. Now when it came to other people as well here collective, it was all about the looks. This is what it talks about here in your reading. Here of course your person had negative patterns and habits. They may have even had toxic behaviour here in your reading. So your person saw you a certain way. That's what it talks about. They saw you the same as everybody else here. Because that to your person is how they understood people to be. Options here collective. And that's how your person saw you. Now what's coming in for your person here collective is that they didn't realise that there was more to you than just that. Than just what they saw, what they knew about you here collective, which may have, like I said, in terms of this perception of the truth, it may have been very shallow. It may have come from other people here, and this is what your reading is saying. That what your person knew about you here collective was from other people. So what it talks about here in your reading is that they didn't know you at all. Now with the Tower coming in here in your reading, what it talks about here collective is that now your person knows you. Now they know the truth about you here in your reading. That there is more here, because you build your own foundation when you're coming in with the Empress. You're quite active here collective, and you do have intellect, a high intellect here collective. This is what it also talks about here in your reading. And you also have compassion and empathy. All of that and what I've just said here collective, that is the truth about you, and that is the truth that your person is finding out. And what it also talks about here collective is that they believe it, because they're beginning to understand. Well, first and foremost here collective, they're beginning to understand their perception of the truth here, and because now they know the truth. This is what the Tower card is talking about here in your reading. And so what it says here collective is that they compared you to everyone else in the past. And that is how you were in the past here, collective. Do you understand what I'm saying here in your reading? Because even for yourself here, you went through a terrible moment yourself, collective. That's what it talks about here also. In the past, you went through a terrible moment. And that terrible moment had to do with a past program. It had to do with tradition and religion. That things had to be a certain way. Things had to look a certain way here. See, this is why your person didn't see you. Because they had options around them here, collective, but all those options were the same for your person. That's what it talks about. And it comes in as your person's perception of the truth, which would have been just their eyeballs. Your person knows you have a new beginning. They know that you're different, and they know that you've changed here, collective. Now you're coming in with the Chariot card. Now what the Chariot card is talking about here, collective, now what your person knows about you here, it's from people that see you as, that see the truth here, collective. That's what it talks about here in your reading. Now what it also talks about here, collective, is that in the past, in terms of the Chariot card, your person had choices here in your reading. And even though your person went towards these other choices, what it's talking about here is that there was an internal conflict going on with your person. So when I spoke about your person listened to what other people were saying here, even about themselves here, collective, when your person was listening to what other people were saying, on the inside it didn't sit well with your person. That's what it talks about here in your reading. In the beginning. Now that they know the truth here, collective, what it talks about in terms of the Chariot here is that they aren't the only ones that see you the way in which they see you now. Your person definitely wants to come towards you here, collective. But because of the past, also here, because your person is facing the truth about themselves and their own negative attachments here, collective, it's proving to be a struggle for your person. To come towards you here, collective, your person had to end out a past cycle, a past program, a past way, and that was all wrapped up in your person's negative patterns and habits. See, in the past, your person didn't want to end that out. They were quite happy. They were okay with what they were doing here, collective. Now you're coming in with the Justice card here, collective. And so what the Justice card is talking about here in your reading is, well, of course, your person has to make their conscious effort to change here. But what Justice is saying here in your reading, collective, is that now they have to compete. That's what it's saying here in your reading. It's how it's coming in. In the past, your person had to choose you. This is what it talks about. But because they didn't choose you here, collective, what's happening here in your reading and in terms of the Tower for your person is that now you get to choose. Now you've got choices. This is what your reading is talking about. Okay? If they are wanting to come towards you here, they need to use their wisdom. They can't make the same mistake in which they made in the past, or they have to learn their lessons here, collective, to take the correct action. Wisdom. Now you're coming in with the Four of Swords here in your reading. Now what the Four of Swords is talking about here, collective, for yourself here, collective, it's coming in with the Four of Swords. And your person. Your person has to face their own pain, hurt and fear. They have to face their own heartbreak here, collective. The heartbreak isn't with you here in your reading. See, that's what it's talking about with the Four of Swords and the Justice card. It's saying here in your reading, everything that you went through, collective, when it came to your person, here, your person has to do the same. That's what it talks about. See, this talks about your person's own negative attachments, their own negative, facing their own reality here, their own negative patterns of behaving, thinking here, collective, okay, negative emotions here. It's exactly what your person has to work through. But what it talks about here in your reading is that they have to commit to that. They have to give time and attention to that. It isn't something where your person only spends 2 hours a day on it. This is not what this Four of Swords is talking about. See, this has to be balanced here, collective. Your person can't come towards you now just because they want to, just because now they see you. Now they see you as the one, because your person sees you as the one here, collective. But what it also talks about here, collective, is that they're not the only one. So if your person wants a shot with you, it has to be done this way. This is what it talks about here in your reading. They have to sort themselves out, which is why your person is going through a tower moment. Now, in terms of yourself here, collective, you have already been through tower moments when it comes to your own negative here, the truth about you, the truth about your reality here, collective. Now, you're coming in with the Eight of Cups here, collective. And so what the Eight of Cups is talking about here is that this is the tower. See, for your person, what it talks about here in your reading is that they realized why they had built such a foundation here, a foundation on negative patterns and habits here in your reading. It also talks about here, collective, is why they treated people a certain way and why people treated them a certain way. This is what the Eight of Cups is saying here in your reading. See, your person is finding that start point. Where did that all start from? Where did it come from here? Yeah, of course, what it also talks about here, collective, in terms of the Eight of Cups, is your person has been trying to avoid and ignore their own feelings here. What it also talks about here in terms of the Eight of Cups is your person has been looking for acceptance. Your person has been looking for belonging, to fit in, all right, collective, and other people. That's what it's talking about. See, this Eight of Cups is a huge tower moment for your person. So what it talks about there, collective, is your person is finally facing the truth about oneself. Now, in terms of yourself here, collective, you have already ended out or faced your own pain, hurt and fear, your own neglect, abandonment and rejection here, collective. Now your person has to face it. This is what your reading is talking about. And it is bringing in a dark night of the soul for your person, the wake-up call and also a tower moment here. The Eight of Cups. Your person has pulled back from others. This is what it talks about. And even with the Four of Swords, your person has pulled back from others here as a way of your person making their conscious effort to change your collective here in your reading. Because what it talks about here is that they definitely want another shot with you. That's what I'm getting. Now you're coming in with the Ten of Cups. And so what the Ten of Cups is talking about here, collective, is this is how your person sees you. This is part of the truth here, collective, that this is the truth that your person finally understands, and this is where they're gaining knowledge here, collective. Okay? It's about love here in your reading. True and real love, ultimate abundance. This is what your person is wanting. But it's not only that. See, what it's talking about here in your reading, for your person, if they want this, there are requirements. That's what the Ten of Cups is saying. They want this with you. Here, this is why they're going through this tower moment here, collective. Because this is irreplaceable when it comes to your person. Now you're coming in with the Eight of Swords. And so what the Eight of Swords is talking about here, collective, is fear. But this Eight of Swords pertains to you. And what it talks about there in your reading, can you trust your person again? But more importantly here, collective, it's the whole situation, that whole cycle that you went through with your person. It also talks about here in your reading is that you've gone through an ego death. See, you too went through tower moments here. Okay, collective? Of course, when you face the truth about yourself and one's reality, your own negative here, collective, but also the truth about how you felt about your person here in your reading. I get here with the Eight of Swords, it's I don't want to be delusional anymore. I don't want to live in illusions here. With the Eight of Swords, facing one's truth here. That your person chose others over you. This is what it talks about here in your reading. And chose to listen to other people here, collective. Not wanting to go back to that negative cycle anymore. The Eight of Swords. What I also get with the Eight of Swords is that you own it. You own your part in it. The way in which you felt here, collective, the actions that you took here in your reading. And see, with the Eight of Swords for you, you're still dealing with that here in your reading. Not wanting to go back to a past cycle. Now you're coming in, you're wanting that to fully end out. If you and your person are going to go back to each other here, or going to restart here in your reading. Now you're coming in with the Ten of Swords. And here's the truth here, collective. And what the truth is talking about here, it's about your person. There's a hell of a lot of regret for the way in which your person treated you here in your reading. And also listening to others. Because what's coming to light for your person here, collective, is what's actually been happening to you. All right? And these are things you're not even telling your person, is what I'm getting. Well, you may have shared a few things, but you haven't shared all of it. the Ten of Swords. Now, what the Ten of Swords can also be talking about here, collective, is what your person has to face now, what they're going through. Now, you're coming in with the Nine of Pentacles, and what the Nine of Pentacles is talking about here, collective, is that you have your freedom. You are very independent here. So there was a lot that needed to happen in order for you to end out your own cycle, your own program here, collective. Go through your Tower moments, dark night of the soul here, in terms of releasing your own negative here in your reading. Your person knows it. Your person knows that you're single. And they know, here, collective, that you have options. Options, well, you have people wanting your time and attention. You're stable and you're independent. Now, just before I carry on, collective, with the last card, I just want to say I offer counselling, mentorship, advice, programs and tarot readings. If you're interested, please check out the details in the description box below. We're going to end it out with the Two of Pentacles here, collective. And so what the Two of Pentacles is talking about here in your reading, it talks about what you do here. You're coming in with balance here in your reading. There is a depth to you here, collective. Okay? Now, in terms of your person, what it talks about there in your reading, collective, well, when you're coming in with the Two of Pentacles, it talks about your thinking. This is how it can be seen in terms of balance out here, collective. The yin and the yang here in your reading. Your emotions and following it through in terms of your actions and your everyday life here, collective, in terms of one's reality here. Now, in terms of your person, what it talks about there in your reading is that they did it their way. Okay? That's what it talks about for your person. And for yourself, you did it your way. I don't know how else to say it here, collective. This is what it talks about. Okay? Alright, I'm going to end it out there. Thank you so much for watching. Join us in the Facebook group and I'll catch you later. Bye.